That's fine.
Yep.
You teamed with Shawn Michaels, won the tag team championship. That's when Shawn was probably at his worst, right? That was the old Shawn Michaels, right?
It's quite the combo too. I'm trying to picture you two backstage, like, "Hey, great match, pal."
How was your relationship with Shawn Michaels?
Fake. I mean, he was, you know, when in front of your face, he's one way, but behind your back, he's a totally different way. And that's about the time they started smelling themselves. And he really thought he was Captain Yao.
So, Dark Side of the Ring just had its first episode with Chris Candido and Sonny. And the reason I'm bringing it up is we're just discussing Shawn Michaels. You were around at that time.
Yes.
What was it like? Was it uncomfortable with all the scenarios that all the fans heard about Sonny, with all the wrestlers? And how did you feel about Chris Candido? And did that upset you when you saw Sonny having sex with Shawn behind Candido's back and whatever else?
Right. It didn't upset me because I didn't know Chris that well. But it made me, I feel sad for him, man, because he knew what was going on. Don't let anybody tell you he didn't. He knew what was going on, but he didn't want to mess his position up with the company. Although they didn't use him right, I don't think. They used him as jobbers, and Christian Candido had ability, big-time ability. But it just made me sad, man, to see a man that low, you know what I'm saying?
What did that make you feel towards Shawn Michaels or maybe some of the other wrestlers, right? Because we've asked this question to other guys that have been in the studio, and they've had all different thoughts. I'll use Scott Hall, for example. Scott Hall said, "I don't get involved in anyone's problems," and it was basically Candido's issue, and he could care less, and if Shawn wanted to get his, he could get his. What are your thoughts on that type of comment?
Well, I agree with Scott, but the fact that it's something that you couldn't look away from. It's like a train wreck. You can't look away from it. I mean, he was doing what he did to Chris, and they didn't even try to hide it most times. Like, I remember one time I was walking down in the back, going to the curtain, and Sonny's coming one way, and Shawn slaps her on her butt. With Chris standing right there. So that was just sad, man.
Did Sonny ever proposition you with your time in the WWE?
No, I think she got the message that time on the interview when she was rubbing oil on my chest. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah, I do.
And I told her my mom always, and I told her my mom always told me to take trash out, never bring it in. She didn't like me after that.
She didn't like it, huh? Unbelievable.
No, she didn't like that at all.
Hey, if you had it your way, in a perfect world when you could express your feelings without due penalty, would you punch Shawn Michaels right in the kisser?
Yes.
Nice. Very nice.
And your feelings on Shawn Michaels now changing his life, do you think that's fake?
It's hard to believe. I mean, he was such a diva. It's hard to believe that he's changed totally, but if he is, more power to him. If he's not, then he's fooling the world all over again.
Thoughts on Sonny as a human being from what you know of her? Obviously, she's in jail, hopefully for life, but Ahmad Johnson's thoughts on Sonny?
Well, it goes back to that interview once again. I mean, trash, you take it out, brother. You don't bring it in. And unfortunately, Chris Candido brought it in. Instead of breaking it off with her, let her do what she want to do. I believe she was a bad person all the way around, man.